Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7, and we have a super unexpected one. What a better way to announce that we're getting two new equipment sets than to have it related to a pay-to-win pack. And as always, speaking of pay-to-win packs, you can buy pay-to-win packs with Amazon coins in the link description down there below. This video is sponsored by them. As always, 20% off if you want. Landing page up there. Just if you're gonna spend money, save 20% off, help your fellow creator, the usual. You can also play on Windows on your PC, no problem too. That as well. But let's get into this equipment sets here. And they actually don't tell us which one it's going to be. It's going to be revealed on the next live stream. So we're going to spend approximately 7 minutes and 11 seconds talking about runes in other games. Specifically, I'm sorry every time I say this word, Summoner's War, because everything is taken from inspiration from them. And some other ideas I have going on in my mind that might very well work. So yeah, two sets going on, and they basically say they have to change the equipment pack because of it. So let's take a look at Runes and Summoner's War first off here. Is this big enough? Hopefully that's big enough for y'all. So as you can see, we have an energy set, which is HP 15%. We already see these pretty similar. Attack set, we have a crit set. We have an attack speed set, swift set. We have an accuracy set, which is the hit set here. We have the defense set. We have resistance set. We have shield set. So this is one we don't have yet. This is a 15% shield for 3 turns for PvP in general. I think it was used for some random PvE stuff, but in general it's a PvP one. It's a really good offset for units that are supports that don't necessarily need to be tankier, don't necessarily need immunity. This is definitely one that we used a lot in Summoners War. It was used regularly, and you could also use triple shield, I believe. Yeah, 45% with 3 sets, which is a massive shield. So anybody that tries to cleave you generally had a hard time. But I think you do so much damage with cleave right now that it might not work. We then have a counterattack set, and note for a counterattack set, it was a 2-piece set back then for Summoner's War, and it wasn't used as much. It was really only used for people that had really important skill 1s, not just like anybody. Because basic attacks like that weren't as ridiculous here. We then have the immunity set. Then we have Nemesis. So this is a set that is very, very popular, at least was when I was playing, and was very good. If you like Water's Origin on your healers, for example, if you've seen me use Doris in Guild Wars, having Doris on Water's Origin boosts her combat readiness every single time she's attacked and takes a certain amount of damage. So this works essentially the same, and it's a 2-piece, so you can use it alongside your speed set. This is a very good set and something I would love to see, especially for PvP, because you'd have so many situations where you can boost up a character, not even just healers like Doris, but you could boost up somebody like Lua, for example, or you could boost up somebody like any support that does stuff, anybody that does stuff. You could use this on DPS even. You could put it on like a Straws, for example. Or you could put it on like somebody with immortality. There's so many different things you could do with this. This is another possibility here. We then have a lifesteal set. We then have destroy set, which is our injury set. We have Despair, which is a stun set, which is basically Abyssal Crown. Really good set back then too. It was oftentimes PvE, but very much PvP as well. We then have Violent, and this is the contested one that everybody either hates, and every time you say the word, you'll get punched in the face, or people love. I'm on the side of love. I think Violent was a fantastic thing. I'm sorry. I don't think it would be good in Epic 7. I think we're too strong in Epic 7. I feel like in Summoner's War, if you took an extra turn, like you get a little bit of a boost here and there. And they also nerfed it here, so you can't take infinite consecutive turns. I actually have a Hrungnir video. If you search on my YouTube, Summoners War Hrungnir, I'll try to link it in the comments. Actually, it's a set with one of my barbarian people in Summoners War that can give an extra turn by himself, and I put him on Violet and he just keeps going. But here, if somebody takes an extra turn, like, the whole team's dead, right? Like, you can't really do that in Epic 7, so I don't think that's going to be a thing. That would be hilarious if they did, though. I think it would just be the funniest thing in the world. Don't think it's an option, though. We then have our crit damage set, which is called Rage. We then have some other really cool sets that were added later in the game that I really, really enjoy. These are Fight Determination, Enhance Accuracy, and Tolerance. These were dropped by a new game mode that came out, and these basically help you boost up your other team mates. So you can give your teams attack, you can give them defense, HP, accuracy, resistance, and you can stack them as well. And the other really cool thing is it's a 2-piece set. It's great for PvE, it's great for PvP. There's so many different things that it could be used for. I really would love to see a situation where we got these, but because we're only getting 2 rune sets instead of 5 or some similar number, I don't think it's going to be those. So those are the ones that Summoners War has, and let's do some theorizing. So what else could it be? There's a couple things we're missing that are, in quotes, core parts of gameplay. For one, we don't have an evasion rune. We don't have a chance to hit rune. We have the accuracy rune or the hit chance, but we don't have the hit chance, if that makes sense. The effectiveness, rather, we don't have the hit. We're also missing things like weird things they could add to try to counter things, like, oh, maybe getting a 2-piece set that's like 50% chance to not be countered or something like that. Like, something like, if you think about how they've designed this game, it's been 100% entirely, there's a problem in the game, let's design the solution. So our problems in the game, at least from my perspective, it's different for RTA players, which is probably what they would focus on, and I'm not really sure what the problems are for RTA right now, is counterattacks, just a bunch of additional attacks, stuff like that. So adding some way to stop that with a 2-piece or even a 4-piece set would be insane. And I feel like they would be 2-piece sets, right? Because we have a lot of 4-piece sets. If they add some 4-piece sets that aren't speed sets, we all know what happens to that. So I imagine they'll be 2-piece sets. So maybe they'll just do something boring like evasion and chance to hit. That way you could use evasion set on like a Chew, which would just be entirely ridiculous. Or like, imagine like triple evasion on like an Aravi just to troll or something like that on a you can't do counter set, right? Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think it's gonna be, because this is interesting. It's so weird to announce it like that, and I'm just excited to see what it's gonna be and where they're gonna drop. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always, and I'll talk to you later. Bye everybody.